All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to tackle a term that sounds super intimidating, but is actually an incredibly powerful tool for pretty much anyone in business: financial modeling. We're going to break it all down for absolute beginners and show you that it's not some kind of Wall Street secret, but a skill you can totally understand and even use yourself. So, to get started, let me ask you something. Have you ever planned a big road trip? Seriously, think about it. All the work that goes into it. Picking the destination, figuring out where to stop, packing up the car. I mean, you wouldn't, right? You'd never just jump in the car, start driving, and just kind of hope you end up somewhere amazing. No way. You'd want to know where you're going, the best way to get there, and of course, how much the whole thing is going to cost you for gas, food, and places to stay. Planning is everything. Well, that is exactly the same logic that applies in the world of business. Your roadmap for that journey, it's not made of paper or on an app. It's what we call a financial model. It's the thing that lets you see where you're headed and what it's going to take to get there. And this analogy, it just works perfectly. Think about it. Your road trip destination, that's your company's goal. Like, say, hitting a certain revenue target. The map you use to get there, that's your financial model. The route you pick is your business strategy. Your ETA and how much you'll spend on gas, those are your future projections. And what about planning for detours? That's just scenario testing, asking those what-if questions, like what if sales are slower than we think? So let's move beyond the road trip for a sec. At its core, what exactly is a financial model? The simplest way to think about it is as a story told with numbers. It's a narrative that shows a business's past, its present, and its potential future, all in one place. Okay, so here's the more formal definition. It's a tool, and you know what? It's usually just a spreadsheet, something you'd build in Excel or Google Sheets. And this spreadsheet represents a company's financial performance. But here's the most important part. It's all based on a set of assumptions that you put into it. It's basically a superpowered calculator for all your business what-if questions. And this is really key. It's not about just making stuff up. A good model acts like a bridge. It takes the hard data from a company's past performance and connects it to the company's plans for the future. It creates this logical, numbers-based forecast that actually makes sense. All right, let's pop the hood and take a look inside the engine room. Financial models can get crazy complicated, but almost every single one of them is built on 3 core financial statements that all work together. You've got the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. The best way to think about them is like having 3 different camera angles on the exact same business. They're the foundation of any good model because they all link up to tell the complete financial story. So let's quickly look at each one. First up, the income statement. You've probably heard of this one. Its job is really simple: to answer the question, is this business actually making money? It just tracks all the revenue coming in versus all the expenses going out over a certain period, like a quarter or a year. If you have more revenue than expenses, hey, you've got a profit. Next, we have the balance sheet. This is different. It's like a financial snapshot taken on one specific day. It has to balance what a company owns, we call those assets, like cash or equipment, against everything it owes, which are its liabilities, like loans. And that profit we just found on the income statement, it flows right onto the balance sheet, increasing the company's overall value. And finally, we have the cash flow statement. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all. It tracks the actual real cash moving in and out of the company's bank account. See, a business can look profitable on paper, but still go bankrupt because it ran out of cash. This statement tells you what's really happening with the money. So we have these 3 core parts. But how does knowing about this stuff become a superpower? Well, because financial modeling isn't just for Wall Street traders or accountants. It's a seriously practical skill for almost anyone. So why should you care about this? I mean, just think about all the people who rely on these things. An entrepreneur uses one to turn their big idea into a real funded business. A manager uses one to make smart decisions about budgets. An investor uses a model to peek under a company's hood before they buy stock. And you? Learning this is a skill that proves you can think strategically and understand what really drives a business. It's huge. Because that's the whole point, really. A financial model is what allows you to replace guesswork with actual analysis. It's the tool that lets you make smarter, data-driven decisions instead of just, crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. Okay, but here's a really important dose of reality. A financial model is not a crystal ball. It cannot magically predict the future with 100% accuracy. The numbers it spits out are only ever as good or as realistic as the assumptions you put into it. Garbage in, garbage out, right? But even if it's not a crystal ball, it's pretty much the closest thing we have to a financial GPS. It's this powerful navigation tool for getting through all the uncertainty of business, showing you the road ahead and helping you prepare for any bumps along the way. At the end of the day, a financial model is what takes a vague idea and turns it into a concrete, actionable plan. It brings clarity and structure to big ambitions. So really, the only question left is, what plan will you build?